Welcome to your Yoga Essentials practice. This is week 8, Abdominals and Inversions. This is where we're really going to fire up the core power center, which is really important for a safe, stable practice. And also really going upside down in inversions is going to help change our energy and perspective. When you're ready, coming to stand with the feet together, pressing down through both feet. Think of lifting the arches of the feet and drawing energy up the legs. And then feel as if you're lifting the pelvis gently towards the lower ribs so the bum can move towards the heels. Then lift through the sides of the torso, lift energy up the spine all the way through the crown of your head. Reach the fingertips down towards the floor. The arms are quite strong. There's a feeling of presence as you turn your palms face out and lift the arms up towards the sky. Now just keep the hands about shoulder distance apart, and I want you to really wrap your outer arms in towards the center line of the body, or just think outer arms wrapping to the face or inner shoulder wrapping to outer shoulder. Keep the arms very strong. Think of lifting the crown of the head towards the sky as you press down through your feet. You really want to get a sense of energy rising through the whole body, lifting from the sides of the torso. Then as you exhale, you're going to gently release the arms down and bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart. Let's warm up with sun salutations. Now inhale, reach the arms up again. This time bring the palms together to press. And as you exhale, dive, take the hands down to the earth and fold. Feel free to bend your legs for the first round. Find a halfway lift. Hands can be on shins, lengthen and extend. And then fold as you exhale. Halfway lift again, inhale, gently drawing the belly in, reaching the crown forwards, and then exhale, fold. Halfway lift again, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthening, and now you're going to step back to your plank pose as you exhale. Now find a strong plank. Let's just stay here, keep breathing. Drive your feet back towards the back of the mat, but reach the crown forwards to the front of the mat. Move the shoulders towards your heels and really think of filling the space between your shoulder blades as you reach the sternum and crown forwards. Now swivel both heels to the right without stacking the feet. Just bring the left hand to the heart. Come back to center. Swivel both heels to the left. Bring the right hand to the heart. Come back to center, swivel both heels to the right, bring the left hand to the heart, then maybe lift the left arm up. Come back to center, swivel both heels to left, right hand to heart, maybe reach right hand up. Come back to center. Now swivel both heels to the right, maybe circle the left arm up and then back down. Come back to plank and then both heels to the left, circle the right arm up and then all the way back down. Coming back to plank. Now reach the sternum, crown forwards, drive back through the feet and slowly lower all the way down to the floor. Untuck the toes, setting up cobra pose. Inhale, peel up your head and chest. As you exhale, soften back down. Keep moving the shoulders to the heels. Inhale, peel up the head and chest, hugging the arms in. Exhale, soften back down. One more time, cobra pose. Keep energy in the legs, reach sternum forwards. And then exhale, soften back down. Now curling under the toes, keep the knees in the mat, take an inhale, and as you exhale, straighten the arms, and then inhale, straighten the legs, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Now in downward facing dog, make sure that those arms are straight, and like I mentioned at the beginning of practice, think of wrapping the inner shoulder to the outer shoulder, or just wrapping those outer arms into the center line of the body. Now reach through the sides of the torso again, but this time you're reaching your hips and thighs back. You're melting your heels down to the floor just as far as they want to go. Enjoy the stretch down the back of the legs. The breath is just smooth and calm in and out of the nose. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breath, you can create the Ujjayi by making a restriction at the back of the throat. When you're ready, you're just going to walk your feet up between your hands, find a halfway lift on an inhalation, and then seal it off and fold on an exhalation. As you inhale, reach the arms all the way back up to the sky. Wrap those outer arms in again as the palms press. As you exhale, just return your hands in front of your heart. Take an extra breath in just to be calm and centered. And as you exhale, release your hands down by your sides, Tadasana. Now inhale, lift the arms back up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold, take the hands down to the earth in Uttanasana. Now find your halfway lift or Ardha Uttanasana, and then slowly step back to plank pose again as you exhale. Now inhale there, bend your arms as you exhale, hover off the mat, Now choose either Cobra again or Upward Facing Dog to straighten the arms, Downward Facing Dog as you exhale. If you're not familiar with the sun salutations, just please visit the week 2 practice, which is all about them. Anytime you need to modify this practice today, just modify to suit your energy level or whatever's going on with your body. Just keeping the breath calm is also going to help keep the mind calm, settling into the practice with every round. Next inhale, take the gaze forwards but drive the hips back, and as you exhale, just step your feet forwards and together between your hands. Find your halfway lift and then fold whenever you exhale. Inhale, reach the arms all the way back up to the sky, lifting the energy up. As you exhale, return your hands in front of your heart. Take an extra breath in here, and then as you exhale, release your hands down. Again, inhale, lift the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive, take the hands down to the earth, Uttanasana. Find your halfway lift, get maximum length in the spine, and then slowly step back to plank pose as you exhale. Strong straight line in plank, inhale there. As you exhale, bend your arms, keep your elbows above your wrists. Untuck your toes, straighten your arms, Upward Facing Dog, lift the thighs. Downward Facing Dog, pull from the core and travel back over your toes on your exhalation. Now straight away, wrapping those outer arms in towards the sides of the face, letting the muscles around the neck be spacious. Draw the belly in and up, reach the hips and thighs back and melt the heels down just as far as they want to go. Eventually legs are very strong here, but don't worry about it if you need to keep them bent for a while. Next inhalation, take the gaze forwards, drive the hips back, and as you exhale, you're going to bring both feet forwards and together again between your hands. Find that halfway lift on inhale, fold on exhale, and think shoulders moving down the back. Inhale, reach your arms all the way up to the sky again, lifting the energy. As you exhale, returning your hands in front of your heart. Take an extra breath in just to stay calm and centered. And as you exhale, release your hands down. Now bend both legs, touch the mat, and then keep your legs bent as you lift your arms up. Utkatasana. Now wrap those outer arms in again, or inner shoulder wraps to outer shoulder like we did at the beginning, or maybe one day the palms will press. No problem to keep them shoulder distance for now. Bend the legs as generous as you can, and then on an exhalation, you're going to take your hands down to the earth and fold. Now find your halfway lift on an inhale, step your left foot back, bend your right leg generously, and then drop your left heel for Warrior One. On an inhale, you're going to lift your arms up and really think of wrapping that outer left hip to the inner right knee. It's a very strong left leg and a generous bend in the right leg, and the arms are as straight as you can get them. On the next exhale, circle the hands down to the floor, lift the back heel, and then step the left foot forwards. Find your halfway lift and then fold when you're ready to exhale. Halfway lift again, inhale. Now you're going to step your right foot back, bend the left leg generously, drop the right heel, Warrior One on this leg. As you lift the arms up, lifting the torso, you're also thinking of lifting the pelvis up and then wrapping that outer right hip towards your inner left knee. Keep lifting from the sides of the torso and the space behind your heart. And then on an exhalation, you're going to take your hands down to the floor, lift the back heel, and step the right foot forwards. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Fold when you exhale. Bend both legs. Inhale, raise your arms. Utkatasana again, like you're about to sit in a chair. Keep sitting down, keep sitting down, keep sitting down, deeper, 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 until you lower your bum to the floor. Now we'll come to Navasana, boat pose. If you need to just hold the back of your legs, no problem, you can just stay there. But think of the back of the skull staying in line with the spine. If you can straighten your legs, then do that. If you can release your legs and have your arms and legs straight, then do that. Think of a V shape. Now inhale, come down halfway, Ardha Navasana. Exhale, come back up, Navasana, really switching on the core. Inhale halfway, and then exhale back up. Use your hands if you need to behind your legs. Inhale halfway, exhale up. Again, inhale halfway, exhale up. Ardha Navasana, inhale. Navasana, exhale. Just keep going. If you can, use the breath. Okay, when you're ready, just come to Ardha Navasana, and then you're going to hug the knees in towards the chest. Now, because it's core week, we've got a bit more to do. Interlace the fingers behind the base of your neck. And as you inhale, you're just going to lift your head and shoulder blades up. As you exhale, you're going to coil in. Now, inhale. As you exhale, think both elbows towards both knees. The knees can be apart here, big toes touch. Keep going with the breath. Inhale as you lower, and then exhale as you come up. Keep trying to curl the tailbone up. Every exhale, you coil up. Inhale, exhale, coil up. Keep going. Keep trying to lift the shoulder blades up, then exhale, coil up. Again, inhale, exhale. Lift the elbows towards the knees. Keep going. Keep breathing. Feeling the fire of the core. Okay, once you've done that, just gently release and hug your knees in. Now we're going to try to rock up to Utkatasana, so that chair pose again. So get a rock and roll happening along your spine, then bring your heels close to your bum, reach the hands forwards and come back to Utkatasana. On an exhale, take the hands down to the floor and fold, Uttanasana. Find a halfway lift, inhale. Step back to plank on exhale. Inhale, reach sternum crown forwards, press back through the feet. Exhale, chaturanga, bending the arms. Upward facing dog, deep breath. Back to downward facing dog on exhale. Now as you inhale, make your way back into plank. And as you exhale, bring right knee to right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Nearly there. Inhale, plank. Exhale, right knee, right arm. Inhale, plank. Exhale, left knee, left arm. Inhale, plank, and then on exhale, downward facing dog. Settle the breath. Okay, we should be feeling a little warmer now, hopefully. Press into the hands, drive the hips and thighs back in downward dog. And then when you're ready, shift into plank again, chaturanga as an option, rising upward facing, and then back to downward facing. Then you're going to lower your knees to the mat, keep your hips above your knees, walk your hands forwards, coming to Anahatasana now. So the hands stay about shoulder distance apart, the arms are straight. You're still thinking of wrapping those outer arms in. Melt the chest down towards the mat, feel this opening in the shoulders and spine. Now feel free to stay here. So you could just stay in the Anahatasana. Otherwise, if you want, you can shift forwards. We'll do a little bit more core. Come into forearm plank, activating your core, drawing energy to the center, radiating from the center with every exhale. So as you inhale, coil energy into the core. Exhale, radiate from the core. Then swivel both heels to the right, bring left hand to the heart. Come back to center, swivel both heels to the left, bring right hand to the heart. Back to center, both heels to the right, reach the left arm up. Back to forearm plank, both heels to the left, reach right arm up. Back to forearm plank. Both heels to the right, circle the left arm up and then down to forearm plank. Both heels to the left, circle the right arm back and up, and then back to forearm plank. Good, now you release your hips to the floor, untuck the toes. We're all in Sphinx pose now. As you exhale, you're just going to bow your head towards the floor, stretch out the back of your neck. Inhale, lift your head again, feel the heart lift. Exhale, bow the head, stretch out your neck. Again, inhale, lift the head. Exhale, bow the head. This time, take the forehead all the way down to the floor. Now, Shalabhasana, put the back of the hands in the floor, lift the legs. Now, if you can, you're going to extend your arms forwards. Think of like a superhero flying. Reach the arms forwards as much as you can. Lift the legs just as much as you can, keeping the legs straight. Keep lifting the chest. Keep the crown reaching forwards. Then bring the hands next to the lower ribs. Let the tops of the feet touch. Inhale, rise in upward facing dog or cobra. And then we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Smooth, soft breaths when you get there. Next inhalation, lift your right leg up as the left heel descends. Then bring your right knee towards your nose and step your right foot forwards for warrior one. Now, as you come to warrior one, like we did before, lift the pelvis up. And this time you're going to bring the hands into prayer at the heart and lift your back heel. Take an inhale just to prepare. Exhale, bring the weight forwards into your right foot and see if you can float your left foot in line with your left hip. Think of a T shape, reaching the crown of the head away from the left heel. Balance and then take your hands down to the floor. Standing splits just briefly, then lower the left foot back down. Now grab your big toes with your first two fingers, feet are hip distance apart. Fold when you exhale by bending the elbows out towards the sides. Keep trying to think of shoulders moving down the back. Legs eventually straight, but if you need to keep them bent for a while, no problem. Smooth, soft breaths. Then inhale, straighten the arms, poke the chest through. Turn the feet out and exhale, sit the bum down between the heels. Come to Malasana, yogic squat, bringing the hands into prayer. Now we're going to practice crow pose. So now that the core's all switched on, we're a bit warm. Take the hands into the floor, shoulder distance apart. Bring the knees into the upper arms. Now be on the toes. Reach the sternum and crown forwards. Feel as if you could lift one foot at a time off the floor. Maybe one foot stays down for now and that's enough. Or maybe both feet do. Whatever you need. Try to keep breathing calmly. Think of drawing the heels closer towards the bum. Then you're going to lower your feet back down, come back to Malasana, that yogic squat. Bring the hands into prayer. When you're ready, exhaling, you'll take your hands down to the floor and parallel your feet. Fold whenever you exhale, and then as you inhale, you're going to reach your arms all the way back up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands in front of your heart. Take another breath in there, and as you exhale, release the hands down. Okay. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, dive, take the hands down to the earth. Find a halfway lift whenever you inhale. Step the right foot back, then the left foot back into plank. Inhale in plank. Bend your arms, chaturanga, as you exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. And then back to downward facing dog on your exhale. Lift the left leg on an inhale, coil it through, step it through for warrior one again, back heel down, firm the left hip in, reach the arms up, find the warrior one. Then when you're ready to exhale, you're going to slowly bring your hands in front of your heart in a prayer position. Lift the back heel, take an inhale just to prepare. Exhale, shift the weight forwards onto the left foot. Drive your right heel in line with your hip all the way towards the back of the mat. Reach the crown of the head beyond the front of the mat. Think of a T shape. Right butt cheek level with left, and then you're going to slowly lower your hands to the floor, and then lower your right foot down, hip distance apart. This time, if you can, you're going to stand on the palms of your hands in Padahastasana, foot to hand pose. If that's too much, just grab your big toes again like we did before. Folding with every exhalation, feeling the shoulders moving down the back, legs eventually as straight as they can get. Find a halfway lift. When you're ready, release the hands from under the feet, turn the feet out, sit the bum down between the heels, bring the hands to prayer, to Malasana. Take a moment, we're going to do another crow pose. So take the hands into the floor, knees into the upper arms. Feel as if the sternum and crown is reaching forwards a bit, the shoulders move towards your hips. You're going to try to peel one foot, then the other foot up, maybe off the floor. Crow pose. Steady, focused, calm, strong, balanced. And then slowly lower your feet. Come back to Malasana, bring the hands in prayer, take a moment there. As you exhale, release the hands down, straighten the legs, find a halfway lift and parallel the feet. As you exhale, step back to plank pose. Inhale, feel sternum crown reach forwards. Bend the arms as you exhale, chaturanga. Rise upward facing dog or cobra, driving your legs back. Back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Now shift into your plank position again when you're ready. Then you're going to swivel both heels to the right. Stack the feet this time, side plank. Take the left hand straight up towards the sky. Keep the feet stacked, the feet flexed, one straight line, core active, shoulders down the back. Next exhale, reach the left arm diagonally forwards, then circle the hand down to the floor. Come back to plank, swivel both heels to the left, stacking the right foot on top of the left if you can. Sweep the right hand straight up towards the sky. Line of energy from wrist to wrist. Core on. Keep that buoyancy under the left hip. Strong legs, strong core. Next exhalation, you're going to reach that right arm diagonally forwards. Then circle it down to the floor. Come to plank pose. Bend the arms, chaturanga, exhale. Upward facing dog or cobra. Back to downward facing dog as you exhale. Once you're in downward facing dog this time, just lower your knees. Come to Anahatasana again, walking the hands forwards, melting the heart, chin, or forehead down towards the mat. Remember, the hands are about shoulder distance apart. You're wrapping the inner shoulder to the outer shoulder, and the belly is gently lifting in and up. Now feel free to stay there, or if you've got a little bit more energy, plant the forearms down into the floor. Now the hands can either be pressed together, or if you can press them down into the floor and keep them shoulder distance apart, great. Now keep the shoulders above the elbows, dome the upper back like a cat stretch, and relax your head. Curl under the toes and straighten your legs. So it's kind of like downward facing dog, but on our forearms. This is dolphin pose. Now if you feel comfortable, walk your feet in a little bit more. Try to keep your shoulders directly above your elbows. It's like the upper back is a wall of energy that the rest of the body is trying to move into. Maybe you come up on your tippy toes. Try to lift the hips a little higher. Keep pressing the forearms down. Lift, 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 press, and then make your way back to forearm plank. Swivel both heels to the right. Sweep the left arm up, stacking the feet. Forearm side plank. Then you're going to reach that left arm diagonally forwards, circle the left forearm down, come back to forearm plank, and then swivel both heels to the left. Stack the right foot on top of the left, reach the right arm up, forearm side plank, and then you're going to reach that right arm diagonally forwards and then circle it down. Come back to forearm plank and then release your hips to the floor for Sphinx, untucking the toes. On an exhalation, you're going to release all the way down to the floor. Hands are next to the lower ribs. You're going to rise again on an inhale, upward dog or cobra. Go back to child's pose now, everyone. Stretch out your lower back, middle back, and upper back. That was pretty challenging. Lots of core work in today's practice. And also, dolphin pose is not easy. It's very tricky. Great for building up the upper body strength. Okay, now we're going to work with the preparation for headstand. Don't worry, we're not going to lift the feet off the floor. We're just preparing headstand. So now interlace your fingers. Make sure the elbows are shoulder distance apart. And think of finding the crown of the head, which is the line of the tips of your ears and the line of your nose. So I'm just demonstrating there in the video. Now, find the crown of the head and place it on your mat. The fingers are interlaced and the elbows no wider than the shoulders. Now move the shoulders towards the sky or the ceiling, wherever you are. That's it. You can notice that in the video as well. And then make sure there's not a lot of weight on the head. You could lift the head off the mat anytime you want. So straighten the legs and feel that you could just press into the forearms, lift the head like we were in dolphin. Good. Walk your feet in a bit more. Keep thinking, lifting the head just by a millimeter or so. Keep breathing. Now just bend one leg if you feel comfortable. Place it back down, then bend the other leg if you feel comfortable, bringing the heel close to the bum. Lift on the tippy toes maybe. Hips are trying to stack over the shoulders. And then you're going to lower in child's pose. So that's just a preparation for headstand. If you want to go through it again, feel free just to take the video back and go through it and have a good look. So eventually, no kicking when you get to a headstand, but that's going to be in a later video. Resting now in child's pose. Just let go of what's happened or hasn't happened. Don't worry about it. Just tune into the breath. And you'll roll up slowly when you're feeling calm. Head is the last thing to come up. Just circle the shoulders around. Make sure the neck is feeling spacious and happy. And then you're going to extend your legs forwards, coming to a seat. On an inhale, raise your arms up with the feet extended forwards. And feel that the outer arms are still wrapping into the sides of the face, like we did at the very beginning. Lift through the sides of the torso, gently engage the core, see if you can pull the belly in to create some space. And then take the hands towards your feet. Now maybe you just grab the shins today and that's enough, or maybe you've got a towel or a belt that you can grab. You can loop that around your feet. Otherwise you might be able to just grab your feet. Paschimottanasana. So now in Paschimottanasana you want to reach the crown of your head forwards and you want to feel as if the sternum could follow the crown. You also want to relax the shoulders down away from your ears and just feel as if the sides of the torso are lengthening or moving towards the top of your feet. When you're ready, straighten the arms, poke the chest through, then gently release. Now we're going to take the hands about a forearm distance away from the hips, so you can measure that if you want. Keep the legs straight, feet flexed. Look at the feet and then lift the hips up. Press into the hands and heels. Keep lifting the hips. And keep looking to the feet and then point the feet down to the mat if you can. Then extend the crown of the head back. Keep pressing, keep lifting and keep pressing. This is Purvottanasana. Keep breathing. And then look towards the feet, flex the feet again, and then lower the hips straight back down. Now shuffle your bum forwards towards your feet, and then slowly using your core, you're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae by vertebrae all the way onto your back. When you get onto your back, the fingertips are just going to be about to touch the heels, setting up bridge breathing. Press into the feet, inhale, lift the hips and lift the arms up all the way above your head. As you exhale, slowly release the arms, slowly release the spine back down. Press into the feet again, inhale, lift the hips and lift the arms. Exhale, slowly release the arms and slowly release the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Again, press into the feet, inhale, lift the hips and lift the arms up. Exhale, slowly release the arms and slowly release the spine. Inhale, lift up in bridge breathing. Exhale, slowly release the arms, slowly release the spine. One more round. Exhale, slowly release. Give the knees a little squeeze in towards the chest, maybe forehead towards the knees, and a gentle activation of your core. Then relax your head and shoulders down in the mat. Put the feet down flat in the mat with the legs bent. Take the arms out by the sides, and with an exhalation, you're going to drop both knees to the right. You could look towards the left or just close the eyes. We're taking a nice, easy twist. Try to think of breathing space from the left hip through the whole left side of your torso towards the left armpit. Let all the facial muscles relax. Let the breath be calm. When you're ready, bring your head back to center. Use a little bit of core strength. Bring the legs back in. And then you'll take it to the other side, but move with an exhalation when you go to the other side. So taking both legs over to the left. The right shoulder blade trying to stay grounded. The whole right side of your torso expanding with these calm, restorative breaths. Feel free to close down the eyes. When you're ready, you're going to bring your head back to center. Use a little bit of core strength again to bring your legs back to center. Give the knees a final little squeeze in, maybe forehead towards knees one more time, gently activating your core. And then we'll set up for Shavasana, the final pose of your practice now, and probably the most important pose of the whole practice. So giving yourself these few minutes of relaxation, just letting everything completely rest, feeling that the legs are heavy and relaxed. Feel that the bum is kind of moving towards the heels, allowing the lower back to be spacious. Your spine is in its neutral position. The shoulders are moving down away from the ears, and your arms are very, very relaxed. You just notice the rise and fall of your chest as you breathe in and out. We don't need to breathe with any special way anymore, so you can let go of the Ujjayi breath. Feel that the sides of the neck are spacious. All the facial muscles are soft, including your jaw, your lips, your eyelids, your forehead, and even the crown of the head is trying to relax. The whole body can settle now into the mat, a sense of peace, relaxation and calm. Shavasana. And when you're ready, you can start to bring some gentle movement back to the toes, fingers, ankles, or wrists. You can take that into a full body stretch whenever you feel ready, feeling like you've just woken up for the first time again. And then you'll roll to your right side, and you can use your right arm like a pillow just for a few breaths, resting the heart before you return back out into your everyday world. And with a feeling of being calm and quiet, you make your way slowly back to a comfortable seat, and see if you can keep your eyes closed. Any comfortable seat, as long as your spine's uplifted. You return your hands into a prayer position in front of your heart. We call it Anjali Mudra. It's your gesture of balance and calm. You want to acknowledge the time and the space that you created for yourself today for your practice, feeling the effect of our core and inversion practice, maybe feeling a little warmer, a little stronger. And then you can bow your head towards your heart. And in honor of this practice and your commitment to your practice, namaste.